Okay, I didn't do anything. I just turned the video recorder back on to make another video. Okay, we're gonna go in here and we're gonna go ahead and see. This has already come up. So this says National City Mortgage, and the defendant is State of Florida Department of Revenue. Well, sometimes they don't enter it quite right, and so it can be a little ambiguous. For the most part, if that's the case, don't even worry about it. But if you really want to know, if you want to be accurate, you go over here to details, and you're going to click down, and we're going to see there is no. Oh, it is a Liz Pendens right there. Okay, so we see it's a Liz Pendens, and it's going to be kind of a unique case. It's got multiple defendants. Well, actually, it doesn't. It's Carmela B. Johnson and James B. Johnson. You can read through these other things, but okay. So we're going to go back to the screen. Okay, we're going to see that there is. Okay, there we remember is James B. Johnson. We're going to copy his name because it's basically husband and wife, James and Carmela Johnson. We are going to go here, right here. And remember, we cut out the first and last name plus the spaces. Cut them out. Go to the back of the last name, his space, paste it, take off the initial. So take off the B. So it's James Johnson. Now Johnson's a pretty popular last name. There's going to be some names like that. And so there's probably going to bring up a bunch. See? We've got a bunch, and so we got three James B's. So in that case, you know what, we can't do anything. We're going to go back, and we're going to remember that that's going to be 3 homes. And I made a mistake there. I should have, when I first copy that, I'm going to need to bring it and put it in the Excel spreadsheet, so I don't have to go back and forth, and it saves time. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the name in this instance, since it's kind of, okay, name, National City Mortgage. I see there that the case number ends in 49, the file date's 2/2. So up here, while I'm putting in the spreadsheet, I'm going to put 50 in, if you follow, so that way it's going to the next case. And then I'm going to go back to the spreadsheet, okay? I'm going to paste the bank. And then I remember it was 49, ended in 549 here, so I'm just going to copy the whole thing because it's also the same date. And I'll just change it accordingly. So I'll just change that to a 9. There you go, all done. Now let's go back to see what the results are. Okay, breach of contract, that case is no good to us. See how it says case type right here? Breach of contract. Typically it'll be blank. If it's what we're looking for, it'll be blank because they're so busy that they just don't even enter in Liz Pendens anymore. Okay, here we go. Scott A. Bragdon. Pending, it's Orange Lake Country Club. If it's against a country club, it's probably not a foreclosure, so we're not going to mess with that. Let's go to the next one. 2. And if you miss some, it's not a terribly big deal, but if if you miss a lot, that's a problem. Okay, that one's no good. It's breach of contract again, so we're going to the next case. Do a 3, because it was ended in 2 in the previous one. Breach of contract, again, nothing. So y'all see this right here, breach of contract. Oops. Breach of contract, yep, not what we're looking for. We're looking for a space, and then we can confirm it by going to details. Okay, this is a condominium association. That's not supposed to be, well, that is one of the defendants. But really, the real defendant is here, because you look for a name, first, last name, middle initial. And again, if you want to verify, because sometimes you have an attorney in there, so you don't want to search the attorney. You want to look here, see Liz Pendens right there, boom. Name, Carl A. Raven, he's the attorney actually. See, I would have made a mistake there. So Angel Rodriguez, and Rodriguez is another popular name. We're just going to copy it out of here, but we can see here we could have just simply highlighted here and copied that. Now we're going to, like we talked about, we're going to go ahead and paste it in here first, so we don't have to reiterate ourselves or do too much, basically multiply our efforts. We're going to paste this in here, and then we're going to remember that I, because there's probably going to be a few Angel Rodriguez. There we go. Take out that I in the spaces. See a lot of angels. Let's see here. Angel L, Angel I. There are no I's. H-I-J-K-L-M. Nope, so we're just not even worry about it. There's no sense in time trying to figure out who it is. So that one's just a scratch. So that's just basically, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to go back to this point. We're going to go, here we see it ends in 5-4. We're going to go 5-5. Okay, here we go. Other. Yeah, let's see. It says defendant in emergency. Yeah, there's not even enough names. Typically there's about 5, at least 5 if it's a Liz Pendens down here. Different names, cases. Not cases, but names. So we're just going to skip that. Not even worried about it. We're going to go 5-6. Okay, breach contract down here. No good. 7. Alright, let's see what we got. 7. Okay, this is a good one. City Mortgage. This is one we want. Blanca Bernal, that's the name. That's what we want. Okay. Now, sometimes we're going to need more information from here that's available. See, residents at Villa Misi Condominium Association. A lot of times they have homeowner associations on these. So in that case, you can sometimes find a person if you have multiple names that have the same name that have foreclosures. You can find it by in the next search field. See, let's go ahead and paste the name in here like we had talked about. Okay, we've got that there. Now we're going to go back to the property appraiser website, or the number 3 on our website links. Paste the name in, copy the first and the space behind it. Now we're going to put a space behind the last name, and then take out the space behind the first name, so it's going to be last name first, last name space first. So we've got 2 of them. So we have to remember there's 2. Remember, we got to put that in the notes. But in this case, we're just going to use the one that matches the name that we have on there. And we can always verify the name again by going, okay, there it is. And see where I went ahead and opened it into new window, so we got to go ahead and get that back because we need to have a fresh window. So that way because if we don't open into a new window every time, we won't be able to save this hyperlink. It'll just keep a generic hyperlink every time. And see, here's the residents of Villa Misa Condominium, and that matches it over here at the see here, residents of Villa Misa. It means we have a match. It's not always accurate and exact, but it helps sometimes when you're not sure if you have a case or not. Now, here's another very important part. Here's the property address right here. Okay, that is the property address. Doesn't give you a city. I mean, it says a municipality, but doesn't say a city, state, and zip code. Okay, this is where the Google comes in, because here is a mailing address, which is different from the actual physical address. So with this case, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to copy that address. Okay, then you're going to go to Google, and then since we are right by Orlando, Florida, we're going to hit in Orlando, no matter where it's at, D-O, Florida. That's it. And we're going to go search. Okay, and okay, there. Sometimes you have to take, if it's condominium, you have to take out the unit number. Okay, so it's just put the street, the number, the road, and the city. Now watch this. Okay, here. See, it brings it up. Conroy, Orlando, Florida, 32811. Okay. So we already have that copied, and we have the zip code now. We have the city. So we're going to go over here. We're going to paste the city with the unit number, and then since we know it's Orlando 32, to keep it consistent, we're going to copy one, even though it doesn't match. We're going to copy it, paste there. We're going to change the zip code to what we want. Just as long as the city matches up and the zip code's been changed, you're good. Now we're going to want to get, we're done with this, but we can leave it, it's fine. Now we want to get the sales information. Here we go, the sales information right here. Copy that. Now, while we're doing that, we're going to drag this over here. And see, it won't let me. See how I said before it wouldn't let me? For whatever reason, it's doing it again. Okay, I haven't quite figured it out, but maybe yours won't if you don't have. So that's fine. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and focus on coming over here, paste the sales information. There you go. And here we got 2 homes again. There we go. And then the URL. Now sometimes you'll have 2 names and they're exactly the same. And if that one, you can just try and figure it out. If you can't figure it out, just put 2 homes and we'll work it out later, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and get this information. We're going to go back. Now we're done with this. We don't need this. And this is for our next round. Okay, you follow? Now we need the bank information, right? And sometimes you want to look and see if there's other people that live in there, or husbands and wives. You want to put their names in there. Okay, we're going to paste that. Now we want the case number and the file date. File date's 22nd, and then the case number's 57 or ends in 57. We're going to go ahead and change this 8. And then in the meantime, we're going to go ahead, remember it was 57 and the 722. So we're going to copy that, paste that. Okay, now in this we got to change the, instead of 49, it's 57 now. 57. And then this is still 22, it's the same one. What I was saying before, sometimes you get a, Blanca Bernal and maybe a Fred Bernal. So you want to put Fred and Blanca Bernal. You're going to have to add it in there. Okay? And that's, I'm going to stop the video. I might do one more. We're going to see here. And we'll keep this going. So I'm going to click it back to spreadsheet so it's the same.